Hello, welcome to a new episode. Once again, I changed some stuff about the sound, so I'm hoping that'll all work out. I hope I don't have to scrap the episode or anything like this. I do wonder if I do have like an episode where I just record the video and don't record the sound at all, which I think could potentially happen sometime. Because my microphone is not great. I do wonder what I should do then, because I do want you to have a continuity. I talked about this before. I do want viewers to be able to basically see everything. I think that way it should be done. Such a nice. I really like this world. I'm actually glad I spawned in this desert. It's so beautiful. But yeah, I want viewers to have a continuity if they're watching. And so I was thinking, in case the sound is really bad sometime or completely missing, I might do a voiceover over whatever I recorded. It'll be a little bit more work, obviously, but I think it would be worth it. Oh, nice. I talked to my friend today and I was saying like, what should I do today? And we decided that I'm going to focus more on the game, but it's already not really working out. I mean, I am focusing on the game, but I'm not making progress in the game, I would say. But that's okay. Yeah, I still want to make this all, obviously. I'm just making it even bigger than I wanted to initially. But yeah, I still need something to talk about, because if I don't have any sort of guidance, I'll just, I mean, I don't really know what to say. And so what I was thinking, and I think I mentioned this already in an earlier video, is that I went to see Aida, the opera, and I thought I would just talk a little bit about that. It was really fun. I loved it. I'm a big opera fan now. I mean, having seen two recently, and I think maybe I've seen one before. I'm not 100% sure. I've seen The Magic Flute, which is an operette, I think. That's how they call it in English. I think you call it that in German anyways. I think it's the same thing. It's kind of like a halfway to a musical from an opera, I guess. That don't take that to the bank. Like someone who actually knows stuff about stuff will not agree with that. But yeah, so I'm an opera fan now, and I generally watch them at the New National Theatre in Tokyo, which has I really enjoy their program. I basically decided I will go to everything that they put on. Operas are very, very popular actually, so you have to book them pretty early. Often they are sold out. Oh, did I make it even too? Yeah, I made it even a bit bigger than I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm just doing some busy work. Yeah, so opera is very popular in Japan. Talked to my mom about yesterday how the New National Theatre, it has about 1,800 seats, which, I mean, it's not, it's pretty big, I guess, but it's hard. I mean, I don't really know how to compare it. But I think my local theater in Germany where I used to live, well, not the theater, the symphonic orchestra concert hall, has 2,000 seats. That's what my mom said. So it's not like it's an insanely big theater considering it's Tokyo. But yeah, it's a very nice one, and I like it. And I'm planning to go to all of the programming they put on. They don't just have opera. They also have theater pieces, plays, and they have ballet and other dance performances. And yeah, I've been to a couple now. It's really good. But yeah, to come back to Aida, yeah, I really liked it, and specifically, I just loved the set design. It was really, really grandiose set design, I think. I mean, obviously, Aida is set in Egypt and ancient Egypt, and they really, I feel like, created some awe-inspiring set pieces, and they changed them very fast too. I would say like there were probably like 8 changes. There were 3 intermissions, but they even during normal playtime changed the sets quite a bit. And the New National Theatre is also, it's like a really cool kind of modern theater. And it has like this one feature where it can, it's sort of like an elevator and can just like elevate the whole stage, basically all the way up or down, and have like a completely different one. And they did something pretty cool with that, where they like kind of um half raised it, so you could have two different themes, basically, one on the top and one on the bottom. Now it's hard to really explain it in words for me. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I did take a couple of notes I want to say. Yeah, so maybe still about like the opera in Japan. Like I said, it's very popular, but it's also not super cheap. I think we got the worst seat level in this case. We were on the 4th floor. It wasn't bad. We could see everything, and we had opera classes, so it was not a big deal at all. But it still cost 100 euros, I would say. About it was how much was it? 14, maybe something like 14,000 yen. Yeah, something like that. That would be like 100 euros. I don't know, $110. I don't actually know what the dollar is right now. So it wasn't cheap, definitely. But very worthwhile. There were so many actors. So clearly, a lot of work went into the production. And yeah, what else? Oh yeah, okay. So very good. I'm gonna just use this time. To make my haul. I have been pretty lucky in terms of creepers, right? There haven't been that many, I would say. Because that's obviously a danger. Like, if I'm not really paying much attention, they could just sneak up and destroy me. Completely annihilate me. Yeah. Okay, but what else do I want to say? Okay, yeah, so obviously set design was really beautiful. The actors were, I think there were like 3 foreign actors, so non-Japanese actors. I'm not 100% sure where they were from. Maybe Italians. I'm not 100. I really don't know. I should have looked more at the cast sheet. I'm a terrible theater goer, clearly. And then there were most of the other people were Japanese. And what I also really like about the New National Theatre, because they also have like ballet and a dance group connected to it, all of the opera they do have, well, I don't know if all of them, but a lot of them do have dance in them. And I just really, really like that kind of dancing. Actually, so the ones in Aida were great, but when I went to Tannhäuser, which was the first opera I watched in Tokyo. They had this amazing dance piece about like I guess it was like kind of spirits dancing. It was really beautiful. I loved that a lot. And so yeah, I really do appreciate that about the new National Theater. And what else? Yeah, so I think it was about 2 hours 50 minutes altogether runtime, and then we had like about an hour of intermission or an hour and 10 in, like I said, 3 different intermissions. And they it didn't feel very long, even though it was like 4 hours. It was well paced. You felt really good, and it's kind of something that I've been really, I would say, annoyed by with movies lately. They're just way, way, way too long. I mean, it's not an original complaint. I think a lot of people are saying this, but why are movies so goddamn long? And it's not like they need it. Like most of these movies that we have now, they're shit, right? They're mostly shit, and they would be better if they were like 30 minutes shorter. That's on top of it. Like they would literally just be better if, I mean, almost if you take it like cut randomly 30 minutes out. I mean, probably even better if you deliberately decide which 30 minutes to cut out. But yeah, even if you just randomly cut out 30 minutes, they are better. That's just modern movies. I'm getting really enraged. But yeah, it really annoys me. And if your movie, okay, here's a new rule. Don't like Bill Maher, but I'm also gonna make a new rule. If your movie is longer than 90 minutes, don't do that. Just make it 90 minutes. And if it is longer than 90 minutes, intermission. We need an intermission, okay? People need to pee. We're all human beings. We all do it. Everybody, you know it, okay? Everybody does it. Peeing is what I mean. And we do need to do that. And if it's longer than 90 minutes, especially if you keep well hydrated, yeah? I don't want to get sick. Want to be well hydrated. Please, I need an intermission. And not just me, lots of other people too. Okay, so that was their side about movies. They suck. And well, that already brought me completely out of what I was actually going to say. Oh yeah, the great pacing of opera. Yeah, I really like it. Was 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 35 minutes, 35 minutes, and so you don't really get bored. I mean, the thing is with opera and things like that, not depending, like also with some movies, they do need a lot of concentration, I think, and you really kind of if you're really engaged and you're trying to think about what's going on with opera, for example, also like follow the music and the different parts, it takes a lot of concentration. And I mean, we're not that good at concentrating for massively long periods of time, right? Definitely not anymore. Now we're all addicted to TikTok. Are you not addicted? Is it just me? I'm actually not addicted to TikTok. I saved myself from that. Although if I do open it, 3 hours are gone for sure. But yeah, so attention span is a really big thing, and especially with something like opera or like a heavy kind of deeply engaging play or even movie. I do think an intermission is it's good in that sense to like recharge your attention ability and also like and kind of engage with what you saw over the last couple, well, hopefully about 45 minutes. Yeah, Otto, I think I might have been a little bit loud there. I hope this is not too bothersome for anyone. So let's see. This is shaping up. I mean, it's very ugly. I think we have to be honest. This is incredibly ugly. But it's getting there. It's getting there. Oh, I want to make it even bigger. That's kind of, see, that's the thing. You look at it and then you're like, oh, I could just have it even more grand. It could be so amazing. yeah, but I think I will make it bigger. What else? Yeah, I love the dancing. One thing about Aida, obviously, it plays in Egypt, and it's about a kind of partly a war against Ethiopia, and so they did have. I would say, I mean, it was quite culturally insensitive in some ways. I mean, I'm. It's not like I can be like a good judge of this, but I do think they kind of did relatively weird makeup, like putting a lot of Japanese people in that makeup, and I mean, definitely if it was the U.S., this would be incredibly racist. Obviously, the Japan has a bit of a different relationship, and like I said, it's not my place to judge this, but it kind of made me feel a little bit. Oh, I don't know if that's if that's appropriate. But I guess like uh, with this kind of play, that probably is not uncommon, and I do think Japan is like a little bit less sensitive to these kind of things. What else? I think I talked to. Yeah, I talked about what I wanted to talk about. I mean, if you have more specific questions about it, please put it in the down below. What is it called? The comments. In the comments, there we go. And oh yeah, and that's the one more thing I wanted to talk about is so I went to the new National Theatre, like I said, but there also is the old National Theatre, and it's not gonna be there for long actually. So if you are in Tokyo and you do have the chance, I would really suggest you go see the old National Theatre. One, because it is just an amazingly beautiful building. It really is. Both inside and out. And also it has like traditional Japanese performing arts, mainly. So it has two stages. One is a bigger stage and one is a smaller stage. One is generally for kabuki, and the other one is for bunraku, which is this kind of puppet show, the traditional puppet show. Kabuki and bunraku, like they have a lot of overlap. They have very similar stories sometimes. I'm actually going to go next month to see bunraku there in a smaller stage. And smaller stage. I feel like this sounds weird now. I think my English is getting worse, and I probably shouldn't point this out, but Sarah has been pointing out that sometimes I mess up my R's and L's, and this is not like I'm really truly not being racist. I'm saying this, but I think it might be because I do speak a lot more Japanese lately. And I think maybe my tongue is more in the resting position where like the Japanese R or L is like in between the R and L of English. And so I think maybe just because of like this habit, I might sometimes in the heat of the moment pronounce it wrong. Really, I probably shouldn't have pointed that out, because now you're going to hear it whenever I do it. But you know, it is something that's been happening. Yeah. Anyway, so about the old National Theatre, it's going to be knocked down by the end of the year. I think in October actually. So there's like only a couple more plays that are going to be put on. And if you have the chance, you really should go. It's amazing. And it's going to be replaced by like a public-private partnership, which, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but like, let's be honest, they are often very bad. Like, you don't get what you got before. They are saying they're going to make a theater there again, and then like, I don't know, like a hotel and other stuff. So maybe it'll be all right in the end. I don't know. I'm hoping, obviously, because I do like that stage, and I hope they can preserve some of the history and I guess also the flair that this stage, this theater had. But yeah, if you can go, I will definitely go a couple more times if I can. And But was there one more thing about the public-private partnership I want to say? No, I think it's. Oh, yeah, I remember now. I completely forgot that. They are going to take, I think, 6 years to replace it. So for 6 years, we won't have a national theater for Bunraku and Kabuki. I guess they're probably going to find like alternative stages. I'll have to check out on the internet what they have on offer. But yeah, we're a little bit in the limbo. Okay, yeah, let me know what you thought about this episode and any of your thoughts. I do love engaging with you. I mean, most of you that I do engage with are my friends. And yeah, okay, I'll see you in the next one.